Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. First of all, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I am so glad that you decided to tune into this video. I thought this would be a relaxing video, not only to film, but hopefully for you guys to watch, because I love to color and I really don't force myself to sit down and do any of the adult coloring books or anything like that. Like, were so popular a couple years ago. They're probably still so popular. I like that. But anyway, I do have my colored pencils here and I'm going to update my sinking fund trackers, and I always find this a really satisfying exercise to do as part of my entire budget plan, because it visually gives me that representation of how far I've come progress wise and also how far I need to still go. So I also thought we could just have a chat like last time. I think that's really nice, and then I get to talk to you guys about other things while I do the coloring. So this is an old tracker. This represented some debt that I had. And flipping forward, we have the Christmas tracker, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but we don't have anything to color today because I didn't add anything this week. So we are holding steady at $770. The next one I'm able to color in is the $775 mark, but I'm going to do a separate video on this because this plan is kind of a thing of its own, and it kind of takes on a life of its own. You know, saving for Christmas is very personal to everyone's individual budget, and it takes a lot of factors into consideration. You know, gifts that you have to give, group gifts that you might have to participate in, even ordering Christmas cards, to hosting dinners and lunches and celebrations. So there's a lot that goes into it. So we can talk about how to organize that, and I'm going to share with you after this video my personal Christmas planner, and hopefully I'll be able to just X out some addresses and stuff that I use, because I use it for everything. So the next thing that we're going to flip to, I'm going to do the emergency fund last. We're going to go to the page that focuses on the pugs. I thought that would be a nice place to start because I did add some money to this fund this week. So if you're interested in my income for the week, or how I organized it or spent it, allocated it is probably the better word, definitely check out my last video on that. So the reason why I'm also looking forward to doing this is because I love coloring and I think it's very, very relaxing. I do have some coloring books, you know, the adult coloring books that came out where they are so detailed and just really enjoyable to color. And I just haven't used them in so long, but I think I'm going to, because I think that's just a really good relaxation technique. I have to tell you guys, I have high blood pressure, and it's something that started with me, I would say last summer. I was on Brio for my asthma, and I was on it every single day. And one of the side effects that it can produce is high blood pressure. So I ended up going off the Brio, much to the unfortunate you know, repercussions for my asthma, because I really do need something like that every day. But I went off of it and my blood pressure started to come down again, and it started to kind of normalize. But recently, and I think it's just stress, my blood pressure has been so high, and I do have like water pills. And I realized that as soon as I went back to work and I started to try to do the Grubhub after work, and I started to try to just juggle things, I don't know, my blood pressure has just been off the charts. So I'm going to have to make an appointment with my doctor. I'm going to have to spend some money. We are at $474 for the pugs, so I'm going to color up to $470. I'm going to have to go back to my doctor and see what's going on, and I know I'm going to end up on blood pressure medication, and I'm really, really sad about it because I feel like it's something that I brought on myself. And, you know, too much sodium, not exercising, I'm not making time for myself, you know. I want to lose like 50 pounds. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight. And, you know, I just have like a lot of stuff going on, like my asthma, and I'm on, you know, so many allergy medications and stuff like that, and none of that is causing it. None of that has a side effect. I'm not on like Sudafed and stuff like that could raise it. And I stopped taking everything altogether, including my vitamins, for a couple of days, and it didn't make any difference whatsoever. So I also noticed, maybe some of you can relate, that when I went back to work, that my ankles and feet and legs felt like they were swelling. And they were, like, visibly, I could tell. I could feel it. And I think it's from sitting in a chair all day. And I know when I was working from home, I was moving around more. I was, you know, just doing more, and I wasn't letting my legs hang. And I have like an empty paper box underneath my desk that I kind of use as like an ottoman. And I'm telling you, it just wasn't making much of a difference. So I think that's a detriment as well. But you know what, guys? I don't know what to do. It's just always something, you know? But anyways, here's my savings fund. We're going to do that next. And let's see what we're up to. 1,700. So the last block that we colored in was 1,400. So we're going to color in 3 more. And I think that that is pretty good progress. So when I say my blood pressure's been high, I mean, I'm not like exaggerating. It's high. And so, like I said, I'm going to call my doctor tomorrow, and I don't even think that they're going to take me in the office, because the last time I called for something, they did a video appointment, which is totally fine, and I get it, but I'm not sure, you know, how that's really possible when you have something else going on that really needs addressed. So I think it's anxiety. I think it's poor diet. I think it's lack of exercise. I think it is, you know, just a combination of a lot of things, being under stress for so long, worrying about things even when I shouldn't, worrying about things that I can't control. And that's kind of the message that I wanted to give to you guys. You know, if there are things in your life right now that you cannot control, and no matter what you do, there's really nothing you can do to personally change it, try to let it go. Just try your best to just let it go. You know, hand it over to God. You know, I don't know, meditate about it, pray about it. You know, do something that alleviates the pressure from yourself, from your mind, from your physical being, you know, from everything. So we're going to go to emergency fund next. And we are up to 7,000 in an emergency fund. So, you know, just do what you can to kind of give yourself that break, because if not, your body will force you to take a break, and it might not be in the way that you want. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about people. Last thing we colored in was 5,900, and we're going to color all the way up to 7,000. In fact, I'm going to turn this around. I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos about people who've been laid off, about people who, you know, have these, you know, situations happening with their jobs, and they've either had pay cuts like me, or they've been laid off altogether, or their job position has just been completely eliminated. And they're taking it, some people are taking it badly, of course, rightfully so, but some people are taking it as a sign, you know, maybe that God or, you know, the universe or whatever is pushing you in a different direction to do something else with your life. Now, I'm not discounting the fact and the problems that that causes, that a job loss causes, or that, you know, it's not as easy as saying, oh, it's okay, I'm just going to pick up and, you know, I'm going to do something different. It's not that easy, especially when you have families to support, bills to pay. You know, it's not just an opportunity to, you know, make a different turn. I know that it comes with a lot of baggage, but my only thing that I can say, and I wish that I would have taken my own advice when this first started happening, is if you need to talk to somebody and talk it through, reach out, you know, go see somebody, talk. If you can't talk to a friend or a family member, or if it's just not really helping, you know, maybe see somebody professionally. You know, do something like Talkspace, where you can download an app and be matched with a counselor that way. I'm considering doing that for my anxiety. At this point, I don't think I have a good handle on it. And I think that it's something that if I let it go much longer. You know, I don't know how many more warning signs I can have before something catastrophic could end up happening because of it. So my advice to you, and the advice I wish I would have given myself months ago, is don't let it go too long. You know, do what you can, and when you're out of resources and you're out of ideas and you're out of your own options, reach out, because it's not worth it to carry these burdens and the stress and the pressure all by yourself. So that is my advice for what it's worth. Of course, I'm not a professional. Of course, I have high blood pressure, so you might not want to listen to me, but I am going to try and turn things around and, you know, do things differently. I picked off all my nails the other night. It's too much. You know, I think that the quarantine itself is a difficulty. I think when you have side effects from it, whether you have gotten the virus, somebody you know, somebody you care about has gotten the virus, whether you have financial repercussions or, you know, job problems because of it, there's such a domino effect to it. So just those things alone, just dealing with that it's too much. It's too much. And in some cases, it's way too much. I know that I went back to work and, you know, there was already an in-person meeting, no masks. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that that's going to change the world. I'm not saying that, you know, it's going to make everybody sick or whatever. But, you know, there's a lot of people that have underlying conditions, and there's people that, you know, I don't know, that are really worried. And I just think it's a stress, you know, being thrown back into normalcy, whatever that is. And then, you know, if you're worried about things on top of it, it can be a really heavy, heavy pressure internally in your mind, and then in turn physically. So I'm just saying, take care of yourself, do what you can, reach out, talk. You know, if you guys have like experiences and you want to use the comments section to, you know, befriend each other and support each other, I highly recommend that. You know, any venue that you have that you can receive a sense of support, I think is wonderful. So thanks for spending some time with me while I colored this in. I'm really happy with my progress, but I'm also happy to have a chance to talk to you guys, and you know, also maybe just touch on some other things that are related at this time. So I hope that you're doing well. I really do. I hope that you're taking care of yourself, and you know, just be good to yourself and just be easy right now. Release the pressure, give yourself a break, and just move forward at your own pace. No matter how fast or slow that is, just go at your own pace. And hopefully I will see you guys in my next video.